Welcome to another playoff edition of the Union Football Coaches Show. Kevin Ward along with the coach Kirk Frederick. 49-7, the final score last Saturday in kind of a topsy-turvy weekend of high school football due to Mother Nature. Let's talk about the game and the situation that preceded it in moving the game from Friday.
You bet. Obviously, you know, you're looking at different games across the state, and on the west side of the state, you know, definitely had some weather that was coming in, predicted some freezing rain and travel issues, and you know, fortunately, you know, people were able to think ahead and get the game postponed. We didn't want to have any travel issues. As frustrated as the football coach was that you know, you get a team ready and you don't want your routine changed, it was definitely the right call to make, and made it for a much better game on Saturday for our fans and for our players, and of course everyone being safe. You don't want to have a high school student traveling up and down the turnpike, you know, at night when there's ice and that type of potential. So definitely the right call, and you know, my appreciation goes out to our administration. You know, when we host a football game, there's well over 50 people that are actually working that game, that are work for everything from someone running the clock to the gate to security to whatever it might be, and Emily Warren and her staff, and of course the people that work in the athletic department had a lot of shuffling to do, you know, with just a few hours before game time, but they pulled it off obviously, and our team was ready to go, and it was a lot of fun. Did you use that extra evening to prepare for North? Or, I mean, everything obviously was installed. You were ready to play the game on Friday when everything was canceled and moved to the next day. And you've never, I'm assuming you've not been in that position before. What did you do the evening of on Friday night? Well, for us, we, you know, like you said, most everything was finished, and we spent part of that afternoon just kind of taking the advantage of having the extra time to make sure our guys understood anything, whether we changed a motion on a play or something had come up from a defensive call, whatever the final call sheet was. It was kind of nice to have that and just have one more opportunity to go over it with the guys. But you know, I would say most of our team had an opportunity to scout the Broken Arrow Mustang game, because they were able to watch the game and get to see who, you know, very, very fortunate. Our next opponent was the only game on television that night, so that part of it was kind of fun for us and kind of took away some of the nervous energy. Let's take a look at the numbers for the game, obviously in the Redskins' favor heavily, as I think you gave up -6 yards rushing in the first quarter. I think that maybe actually was -6 total yards for Edmond North in that first quarter. Well, it was real exciting to see how our guys started out. You know, we were able to start the game out, I think, with about a 19-play drive on offense, and very methodically moved the ball down the field and took a lot of air out of the sideline, I think, of Edmond North, and so offensively we were able to have obviously good balance there. You can see rushing and passing. But defensively, I can't say enough of how well they did, just over and over and over, just kind of picking apart the Edmond North offense and put us in great position on offense to do the things we needed to do. I think 3 and out on the first 3 possessions for the North defense. You guys were rolling as you saw the numbers there, though you scored on all 5 of your first half possessions. We've seen that a bunch this season. But when you saw Edmond North warm up, and I know you told us on both this coach's show and the radio show as well, that this was going to be a good North team that was on the field, and you could tell they had some athletes physically. That was a team that looked like they had what it took. You guys just blew them out of the water. Well, you know, our kids were excited to play, and Edmond North is a good football team. They're, you know, I won't take anything away from them. Just happened, things went our way. I mean, we were able to score on a quick play. We were able to grind the clock out. It was just a good day for Union football. Well, let's take a look at that game from last Saturday afternoon as the Union Football Coaches Show rolls on. Stay with us.
No matter how you play, or work, or live, life sometimes throws you a curve. At Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center, we help you get back to playing, working, and living your life. EOC, Tulsa's finest and most experienced provider of sports medicine care for over 30 years. Visit us at eoc.com.
this journey, man. You know how many varsity spots I got? You want to be one of those 12, you got to get better each and every day.
Are you going to look down at Shane and say, man, I could have worked a little harder. I could have pushed it just a little bit harder? Don't let that happen. You got to do it all year long.
Welcome back to the Union Football Coaches Show. Let's take a look at the first half. Coach, you won the toss and decided you wanted the football to begin.
Yeah, we wanted to have the ball first, and because there was quite a bit of wind out there, and I wanted to make sure we had a few thoughts as far as going maybe in the second half of how we wanted to handle the wind. But Saturday afternoon football, awesome day to have a football game, and our kids, our fans, of course the TP's there. Just kind of a neat atmosphere to play on a Saturday afternoon. Start the game off, as we said, with a long drive. Tyler with the first possession, and then we were able to hit Kayla Pearson early there as Mason did a great job with that. And you can see Tyler continue to run the ball very well. One of the things I think has worked so well this year is the way our guys have blocked on the edge. Carson Meyer has just done a great job on the edge and able to give us some great blocks throughout the year. See right here, they do a great job on defense, and so Mason pulls it down and does a smart thing and gets us out of a negative play, continue to block well up front, and just kind of chewing it away. You know, we talk to our guys all the time. We want to get 4 yards. Mason makes a great decision. We get 4 yards there to Will Hamilton, and really kind of the first negative play we had, their guy made a great play on the slant up front. They cover us well. Mason again gets back to the line of scrimmage, gets a few yards, and keeps us moving. You can see we come right back here. I believe that was on a third down. We're able to pick up on the boot play there and hit Carson. Carson makes a great catch. You can tell right there that Tyler doesn't like to go down and continues to play well. Look at Justin in there. Gets hit, doesn't want to quit, continues to try to drive and push himself into the end zone. We come back, we try to get a ball out here to Jeff, and unfortunately aren't able to get it to him, so we bring in our heavy package, and Colby Evans goes in. You could tell he wasn't going to be denied. Great blocking on the edge by Will and by Chance.
And that was a 4th and 2, by the way.
Outstanding play, way to finish the drive. Come back, they try to go deep. It's well defended.
Tried to pick on the freshman first
that's
play,
exactly
didn't they?
Right. Trey Brown did a great job with that. Of course, we come back, Sam Blankenship makes a nice play. Going deep again, our defense there did a really nice job of coverage. 3 and out, as you talked about. Get the ball out to Will Hamilton. Had a really nice day. And saw a couple things with the coverage we want to take advantage of, and Mason did it great. That's into a stiff wind. He's able to throw that ball over the top. Got great protection. And then Kayla Pearson, what a day he had on offense. Great job, and was able to go in for our second score.
Our player of the game, Kayla Pearson.
You can see right here Colby Evans. That's why he's one of our favorite players. He just chases people down. Brandon Golphin comes up with a big hit. There were a number of big hits on the day. I really felt like our guys really got after Edmond North quite a bit. Colby Evans again, good job down the field. And just a punishing blow on the blitz there by Colton King off the edge. Great camera work here. You can see right there, Colton King, what a day he had. Had an interception later, we'll see, and a huge quarterback hit here in the first quarter. Trying to get the edge, and they defend it very well. So we'll go back inside, and you can see that Justin Stillman carrying the football is doing a great job with it. Come back with a little screen to the inside. They slip a few blocks and defend the screen well.
Wow.
Mason is able to just throw the ball in between defenders hung in there and getting the ball to Carson. You can see Will Hamilton with a huge hit right there. Took it from both sides and hung on to the football and kept us alive down in the red zone. Mason, again, look at the protection. Great job inside. Great protection. Mason buying time and just splits 2 defenders there as we throw the ball. Obviously, it was ruled right there that he had crossed the line of scrimmage, and It was real close. It might have been on it, but maybe, I don't know if he's across it or not. But
Lots of groans from the crowd when they showed the replay.
Yeah, but we come back. Holton Fox in for a big touchdown, stretches out and gets a big touchdown to keep the drive successful. See Jack Allspaw and Colby Evans in there on a big play. Just look at the pressure. JoJo Ogundar and, of course, Chance Wenslewski in there doing a great job getting pressure on the quarterback. Again, guys in his face. Should have had that one right there without a doubt.
I think that's the first of 4 drops.
Yeah, we had a few drops. They're not used to catching the ball in the cold. How about that?
They did catch 2, though, so they went 2 for 6.
There you go. Good protection, and, man, what a play. I'm telling you right now, Mason Farquhar, unbelievable the way that he read the defense and gets the ball to Carson Meyer for a big play. How about a hole right there? Those guys up front did a great job as we have Silman go in for another touchdown. Defensive front, Malon with good pressure, and Colby. Look at the way the guys run. Colby Evans chasing the ball. He's under 20, I believe, as far as tackles that he needs to break the season record, and he just had a great day. Good coverage to the outside, and ball's kind of laid up in the air, and picked on our freshman a little bit on that one. But for the most part, I thought he did an outstanding job, Trey Brown, on the coverage. Swing the ball outside. There's Brian Stadler. Man, he's made a lot of plays on the outside edge from the outside backer position. You can see right here they swing it out. Love the way he breaks down and secures the tackle. A lot of times kids, they come out and they try to put the big hit on somebody instead of securing the tackle, and what great technique he had as he did that. Brandon Golphin down, the nice play there. Good kick-out block by Holton Fox, and you can see that Tyler picks up the yards that are needed there. Good protection down the field. Another great play in there, Holton Fox in there, again making a few catches and good blocks, and love seeing Holton in there doing a good job. Huge block inside there by Chris Nelson. And then just what a great individual effort by Tyler Atkins. I believe 5 or 6 missed tackles on the play. You can see right here.
Well, Drew, a Jiminy Christmas from John Brooks.
Well, there's a lot of guys that are bouncing off of him. The thing we've talked about so many times this year is just the amount of the great balance that he has. His guys are bouncing off and he's able to keep his feet. Sam Blankenship on a big play inside for our defense. Defense continuing to swarm well. Good coverage down the field again. They had an outstanding receiver, I think had several touchdowns on the year, and we were able to keep those guys in check most of the night. Huge play there by Colby Evans. Again, just big hits after hits throughout the night. Tristan Anderson collapsing the pocket. They tried to get a guy down deep out of an empty package, and Sam Blankenship's there on the coverage. Good route, good play by their outstanding receiver on the dig route. They convert the first down. Our defense continuing to swarm and trying to make things happen as they start to move down into the red zone. Huge hits all over the place. We got a nice hit there by Colton King, Trey Brown on the tackle as well. Malon Al-Jabori right there, and then of course Chance Wenslewski comes in and finishes it off as a defensive lineman. Go into the half, things are looking pretty good.
Absolutely, and we talked about on radio that being a crucial possession for the defense to rise up and not give Edmond North any hope coming out into the second half, and sure enough, you shut him down. 35-0 at the half. It only gets worse for Edmond North. We'll take a look at the second half highlights when we return. Stay with us on the Union Football Coaches Show.
At Arvest, we know our customers come to us for different reasons. There are some who need banking on their time. For others, it's not when they bank, but where. Then there are those who take their banking wherever they go. From big moves to small favors, we recognize the needs of our customers, and now they've recognized us. Again, for the 3rd year in a row, Arvest ranked highest in customer satisfaction with retail banking in the Southwest region by J.D. Power & Associates. Switch today and get the customer service you deserve, only from Arvest Bank.
Back on the Union Football Coaches Show, Kevin Ward along with the coach Kirk Frederick. 35-0, the Redskins up at the half. And, of course, Union won the toss and took the ball. There's the band. They're headed to New York.
That's right. I believe they're probably already there by now, but the Thanksgiving parade and be on the television, and obviously a great honor for them to be selected to play in the Macy's Day Parade on Thanksgiving. Also excited about our team getting to practice on Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Told them we had to come out and play an outstanding third quarter, and of course Sam Blankenship comes in, makes a great play. They try to run a little power read play there. Sam reads it perfectly and fits perfectly in the hole and makes an outstanding play. Sam Blankenship, an inside backer, senior, doing a great job for us. Got to make sure that, again, that we are going to try to control the third quarter. We've got the wind at our back, and we just need to have a big drive here where we can get the ball back and get field position. Edmond North comes out, does a great job spreading the field out and kind of picking up a few yards here or there. And then, man, what a great play. Colton King on an interception. You might notice he's got a cast on one hand, so he's able to knock that ball around just a little bit and secure it with his left hand. Colton King had an outstanding game. Defense stands up, so we're back in business on offense. Get a nice run to the outside, and then, of course, throw a great play. Nice little slant route by Mason out here to KP, and KP picks up. You know, you think about a slant route being only about 4 yards, but if you can hit it in that seam, you can pick up a lot of yards on a slant. Nice job by Mason. Just making smart decisions, you know, with the ball, not trying to do anything crazy with the football, and they do a good job with coverage, but we're able to pick up a couple of yards. Defensive front from Edmond North had not given up very many points all year long, and they do a really nice job up front. And but you can tell right there, Tyler finds a little crease, and he's able to get the ball and do some things with it. There we are coming back to slant route to the outside there to Jeff, and picks up some yardage, gets us inside the 10. Mason sees that big, tall guy in there. It's probably about the only ill-advised throw I would have told him all day. But anytime you're throwing it to Jeff Mead, it's not a bad idea. Huge block in there. I don't know if you saw Big Juicy in there, but Dominique Briggs just planting his guy right before that play. And, of course, Colby Evans comes in and gets another touchdown. Defense is all around the ball. Monty Griffith there on the coverage. Huge play here. I thought Coach Neal did a great job calling this blitz to the inside, and of course the outside there. Colby Evans, Colton King. What a great play. Defensive staff did an outstanding job having our guys prepared. Puts them in a bad situation. You love scoring a touchdown and then having the team go 3 and out. And what an outstanding job our defense did. Here's KP with a nice run. Obviously, you want to try to keep the ball away from that guy. This has about a 30-yard run on a punt return. They're punting into the wind. And you can see our offense going back to work. Down inside, and of course, Justin makes a nice cut, finds a soft spot, and gets into the end zone. Look at the big blocks inside there. There's Briggs with a huge block to the outside. Carson Meyer looking for guys to seal on the edge. Justin, what vision he had there to see where that soft spot was. Defense back in business. Starting to get a little bit of cushion on the game. You'll start to see a few substitutions that we have there on the inside. Got a great job there. Got Selton Thomas at nose guard. Look at Amani Griffith come up from the corner position. Junior cornerback doing a nice job. Tyrone Johnson on the senior defensive end on the pressure there. Of course, Golphin comes up, makes a nice play, and also Brian Stadler. Robert Thomas on the coverage. They throw a nice hitch inside on the big tackle there. Swing the ball to the outside. Alex Brown's there to kind of slow him down, and Amani comes up, makes a nice play. You can see our defensive line doing a nice job. They kind of spread you out and try to get the ball to the outside. Robert comes up, makes a nice play. Sam Blankenship as well. Good pressure with Sam off the edge, and they read the blitz well, and they throw it underneath, but we got Brandon Golphin there to make the tackle. Try to throw the ball deep. Monty Griffith comes up, makes a nice play, get to the sideline, huge block there. Love the way this play ends with the Monty. Quarterback was a little bit upset right there, but the way he pops up, couldn't be more excited for a guy needs to play with a little confidence when you play at corner, and got a huge boost there. Come back with Fisher at quarterback now, Zach Fisher on quarterback, and we got Derek Finch in there, a couple of new guys in there with the ball, and unfortunately on a fourth down, not a bad situation, try to make something happen on a fourth down. We throw an interception and gives them the ball. They come back deep. You can see we got guys there. There's Trey Brown again on the coverage, doing a nice job. There's Amani. They make a nice little catch on the outside. We're doing a pretty good job. We understand that they may move the ball just a little bit, but we don't want them to move it in big chunks. See to the outside there's Amani Ayo. Alagalo made a nice play from his safety position. There's Selton Thomas at nose guard making a really good play to the outside. You can see there's Seth Mishler with the big play, and the ball gets turned in there by Amani. Going to run the ball inside. We got to do a little bit better job of fitting on the inside there, but you see Tommy Bradshaw coming up from the safety position, preventing the score. Great job inside there by Seth Mishler. You get the play fit a little bit better, and it's not as successful. Make them earn it. Don't get beat deep, and so our guys are to the outside. They're going to try to go deep on us on a kind of up and out play there, and Tommy Bradshaw's there to knock the play away. Good job by our senior safety, Tommy Bradshaw. Outstanding job there. Good coverage. Had nowhere to go with the ball, and Trey Brown knocks it away. Got a big pressure right there on the inside, and just kind of gets it over our heads right there, and they're able to catch the ball, but on a fourth down situation, it's not enough for a touchdown. Derek Finch in there grinding it out. Got some guys in there getting some good playing time. Love it when it's the last game on Tuttle Stadium, and you got guys like Derek Finch breaks out a big run. He'll remember this for a long time, and had one of our seniors say, they were disappointed we didn't get to play Friday night, but how fun was it to go out on Union Tuttle the way they did with youth football. Yep. So it's just like playing a youth game on a Saturday afternoon, and a lot of fun for those guys. They get an interception on us, and man, you got to credit them taking the interception all the way back for a pick six, and obviously a frustrating situation, but hey, our guys are out there playing, and I thought we played an outstanding football game.
49-7, the final score. Redskins move on to the semifinals, where they will meet Broken Arrow on Friday night. We'll talk about that matchup, and we'll also get up close and personal with photos from Vic Kidwell after the break. Stay with us on the Union Football Coaches Show.
In the blink of an eye, your home and belongings can be severely damaged. If this ever happens to you, call Oklahoma Disaster Restoration. We're your restoration experts. For over 20 years, we've been restoring homes and businesses damaged by disasters. Our highly trained technicians work to restore your property and refurbish your belongings in our secure Tulsa-based facility, restoring lives one disaster at a time. Call Oklahoma Disaster Restoration.
The Union U-Wear store, located on the west side of the UMAC, has everything a true Redskin fan needs to show their colors. You will find a large stock of sweatshirts, hoodies, and more. They have a wide selection of items that will keep you warm on chilly football nights. Don't forget, the U-Wear store is your home for novelty items and must-have accessories. The U-Wear store is open weekdays. Call for times.
Back on the Union Football Coaches Show, as we do each and every week in this segment, we open it up, getting a little up close and personal.
Well, it's a lot of fun having Vic there, and as you mentioned at the break, kind of fun to see some natural lighting here on a Saturday afternoon. That's the 63 team, 50th anniversary of the 63 team, some of those guys that won a state championship for Union back in 1963. What a great shot of Colby Evans in a heavy package of Mason calling out the cadence. You can see the focus with Colby. Love seeing kids celebrate. There's nothing, it's a kid's game, and it's a lot of fun to watch guys. You can see Eric Giddings there with Kaylor Pearson after that big touchdown. There's Eric blocking nose guard there, and of course Lovett in the background, or right there with him, and Mason surveying the secondary. Another shot here of our guys. Look how much fun they're having. You got to love it there. It really looks like they're playing U football with the way the guys are celebrating there with Justin on a big play. It's kind of what it was like for Edmond North on Saturday afternoon. You got Robert Thomas in there, and Brian Stadler, just a host of Redskins on the play. There's love it. Look at Ben Kramer. There's just a lot of fun watching kids. The excitement they had there as Tyler's going in to score. You can tell about that offensive line how excited they are to see somebody else get the points. Colton King, as you can see right there, the club on his hand, kind of volleys the ball around there on the interception and makes a great athletic play on the interception there. You can see Brandon Golphin coming in, making a nice play, and Alex Brown, senior Alex Brown, at linebacker, making a nice play as well. There's our seniors as a whole. A lot of fun to see those guys get to take that picture after the game, and a lot of memories. Hopefully someday maybe they'll get to come back as a group and like that 63 team and have an opportunity to talk about some of the great games that they got to play and a lot of great memories with friends.
Absolutely. Big game on Friday night, kickoff at 7:30.
7:30.
Okay, 7:30 kick at Owasso High School against Broken Arrow. And you talked about it in the first segment because of the way the weather thing worked out. Broken Arrow did play on Friday night at Mustang, and so you got to see that game, or at least I guess you watched probably part of it. So you got to scout out your opponent before you actually won your game, and so you knew who you were going to be playing going into the game against Edmond North.
Well, going into the playoffs and going into the semifinals, it's a fun week. It's Thanksgiving, all those things that go around really a special time of year. And you've got 2 semifinal games, and both of them are rematches. You know, Jinx and Westmore as a rematch of their game early in their season. Obviously, our Broken Arrow game is also a rematch. And looking at Broken Arrow and looking at the way that they're playing, they've made a few adjustments in their offensive line. They're playing so much better than they did earlier in the year. Defensively, they've adjusted a couple of things that they've done, and we look forward to seeing an outstanding game. They're, of course, have a quarterback that's a Division I quarterback and just a really good football player. Lots of speed at their receivers, and you know, it's going to be a pretty tough test for our guys to be able to keep up the speed of their offense.
And you've obviously had success playing at Owasso. It was different against the Rams at home, but you have had success there. So we encourage everybody to travel up on Friday for a 7:30 kick in the semifinals at Owasso High School.
Well, it's going to obviously be a neat atmosphere on a personal note, you know, to stand on that sideline again. We're the home team. Okay. And so our fans will want to sit on the home side, but to be on that sideline again, you know, I was a head coach there for a season. It'll be kind of neat for me to go back and enjoy that. But you know, our focus will be on the Redskins and obviously what we can do in the semifinals. And just one last note for our band. What an outstanding thing! Everybody tune in for Thanksgiving morning to see them march in the Macy's Day Parade.
All right, thank you, Kirk Frederick. For Andy Irwin and his student production crew, I'm Kevin Ward. Thanks for tuning in.